Ladies and gentlemen, are you prepared for one of the best and most underrated Sonic fan games of all time? Sonic Dimensions, made by the very talented Phantom Rede, I think that's how you say it, and his group of friends, I think. I'm not sure all the details, but he or they have created this beautiful creation known as Sonic Dimensions. Me and one of my friends have been following this project for a year or so, on and off. Then somehow we completely missed a pretty big update that was released last year. That junk was kind of crazy. Yeah, I know. I was surprised also. But the good news is that maybe in the near future, hopefully another update comes out. Being honest, that's why we even missed the update. It took so long for another version to come out, we kind of forgot about it for a while. But anyways, I'm not here to ramble about how good the game is. I'm here to challenge you. In the time it took for me to create this video, I was able to speedrun all of the stages and get a pretty decent time on them. My challenge for you is to see, is it possible for you to beat me? More specifically, can you beat my speedrun times? This is one of the reasons why me and my friend were following the project. We played from version 3 point something all the way to 5.1. So 3 updates, but the changes that were made were so big, a lot of our old times were different for each update. For example, in the first stage, Radiant Falls, the beginning was changed in each update, starting with a loop that you could just jump over to skip, and eventually becoming an unskippable loop. Then, the final section was instead changed from a normal running section to a surfing section. My friend and I think the surfing section is cool, but for speedrunning, he doesn't like it too much. I agree with his reasoning though. It's a little difficult to tell what's faster or not, and it's kind of annoying to consistently practice it when you have to go through the whole stage to see if something as small as a jump would make a difference in some parts. But anyways, I've gathered you here to attempt to beat me in the game of speedrunning. Now, I'm not a crazy speedrunner by any means, but this game, I've been tearing it up. Me and my friend go back and forth taking the best times, and at some point, we wanted to see if we can compare to other good speedrunners. We then found out that almost no one speedruns the game, or no one records speedrunning it. There was one guy, but his time was kind of bad. And after doing some research, I see that speedrun.com doesn't have any data on this game. And for those who are wondering, I was gonna submit the request myself, but after reading the submission rules, I doubt that they'd accept it. Also, the most recent update literally just got rid of the final boss, so damn. I figured the best way to find an active, challenging speedrunner base was to build a small community, maybe in the comments, or if this video gets big enough, asking the creator to start a Discord where everyone can both talk about their times and maybe receive live updates from Phantom himself and just, make the project a little bigger than what it is now. But we gotta start small. If you also speedrun the game, leave your time below and let's see if you could beat me and my friend. So starting out, we have Radiant Falls. This one of my best stages. Honestly, if you beat this time, you've basically beaten me. Like, this is the one that me and my friend been working on like the most. You see that hill jump right there? That one and this one, 2 of the hardest jumps in the run. The rest of it is pretty simple, but other than those 2, oh my goodness. I was labbing it out for a while and I said that just has to be the best. I actually got into that first checkpoint. My fastest was, I think, 1908. Still can't replicate it, but that's without blast off, and that was the fastest I've ever done it. Ooh, mentioning blast off, now I get to tell you guys the skills that you'll be using for the run. Any skills of your choice. It was probably obvious. You can use any skills of your choice. My friend, he's been using blast off. I actually just found out he was using blast off. I thought that it was I thought it wasn't a blast off run, and I was kind of tearing it up. But he can't catch up. He just can't do it. As you can see, the ending half, the surfing section, it feels faster to surf on top of the water, but it's honestly pretty hard to tell. And that's the first stage. And now we are on to Starlight Speedway. Now this one, another crazy stage, absolutely beautiful. This one, not one of my best runs, but it was really good. That first jump, very difficult, very tight to pull off, and I mess it up all the time. Look, as you can see right there, I hit the wall right here. I went too high up. I usually hit the spring, and then this next part, when you do this whole little section, you can wall jump immediately, but unfortunately I didn't wall jump immediately. I missed my time. The first checkpoint, I usually make it there at low 27. I think I made it there at 26 before. Not 100%, not 100%. Then this part right here, I moved back a little bit because if you immediately trick, I still can't guarantee this, but sometimes I hit the wall. I don't know how, but I do it sometimes. And this stage pretty fun overall. As you can see from these two stages, most of the time you're just taking the top path. The top path is the main way to go, and it's just the best path. Like even right here, I'm actually not sure if taking the top path helps, but you get so much speed, you launch into that ring, and then you complete the stage. Absolutely beautiful. The next stage, we have Aquatic Terminal. So this one, honestly, in my personal opinion, one of the more boring stages, I guess. It's not boring for like aesthetic. It looks visually pleasing. You know, it's really a nice scenery. You're underwater. It's kind of like Aquatic Base from 06. I think that's what he was going for, but like a lot more, I guess, industrial. I guess I'm not too sure, but most of the time in this stage, it's really just running. Like you don't really do much. Like in the first stage, you've seen a lot of double jumps. You had to take some ramps. You know, the wall running section, you can actually skip it. Like there was a lot that I could do, but this one, it's pretty much, even though it's pretty much a linear path. Like that's probably hating. It's probably hating to the maximum, but it's pretty much a linear path. And that loop, in the previous version, I was able to skip it. I'm not 100% sure if I can do it in this one. I didn't really feel like trying. So a lot of these runs, pretty beatable. These are just my best attempts from trying it like all in one go, low key. Like I played it once, I'm like, okay, this is the route, and then I did the best I could. And Aquatic Terminal finished. Now we are on to Misty Ruins. So for this stage, my friend SLD Great, him tore it up. Honestly, I don't really like it. It's not a bad stage. Again, another really good looking stage, visibly pleasing, a lot of stuff to do, but I just can't speed run it. I just kind of suck. I don't know what it is. I do believe that last time I pulled off the win, like I was able to get like just the faster time between me and him, but like it was pretty close. It was like a back and forth, and most of the time he had it for this stage, and I was like, all right, bro, you got it. It was really hard to this stage, and this gliding section, like they could make it better or make it something else. You know, like there's a lot of stuff you should do, but like for speed running, kind of sucks. And as like I said for the other one, there's a lot of stuff I could fix. Like these are not perfect runs by any means. The first one, that one's the only one where it's like, okay, that's gonna be hard to beat. These super beatable times, I did not do great at all, and I look forward to seeing you guys do it. All right, that's Misty Ruins. Now we're on Cool Edge, the next absolutely beautiful stage. I love this stage. They changed it up so much. I only don't like the beginning section anymore. Before it was like some timing where you had to slam, but now you see you got this part where it swings you up, and then you have to do this little spring part too. It's a little weird. And then the top path, there's no easy indicators. And then that, it's really hard to pull that off. Like, you can just skip it in general. Like, I think one time I launched and I didn't hit the rail, but a lot of the times I hit it and then I'd go right into the loop. So it would mess me up every time. Sorry. But most of the stage, absolutely beautiful. A lot of good reaction stuff. There's actually a lot. I think this might be the only, the stage with the most ground pounds that you have to use in the speedrun. And now we're coming to the end around this section. No, I forgot. This is my favorite part. Once you go through this, you're gonna hit a ramp, right? And then the ramp, you have to trick upwards. Look, right here. To catch it. Absolutely beautiful. If you're just playing casually, you would not see that unless you have crazy reaction. And then this part right here, this is where the new ending comes in. Beautiful. Before you had to go under the map and now you don't. Amazing. Now we're coming up to the last few stages. Cosmic Tempest. I played this one as Shadow because he is just the best for this stage. In the old version, when you take the right path here, right, you were able to skip this whole top section. But now you can't do it as Sonic, so Shadow saves 20 seconds just by skipping that part. And like I said, this isn't like a refined run. So this can be beatable by a lot. Like I beat this stage pretty quick, but if I were to like actually practice it, I say maybe this stage might be able to be beaten under a minute. Now, that could be maybe just high hopes, high dreams, but I did this stage in, you're about to see, but 1 minute and 8 seconds. And if I could do it in 1 minute 8 seconds with a probably sloppy run, then it's a possibility that I do it in freaking one minute or under a minute. But yep, that's Cosmic Tempest. Pretty short. Shadow's the best one. And now we are on to Astral Station. Absolutely beautiful stage, and there was a lot of changes made to this one from the last update. Well, not a lot, but a good amount changed from the last one. So the beginning section, instead of just going up and down a ramp, they changed it to, they had it from you had to jump or you get pulled up by a pulley. Then this section, I don't know why they put falling platforms, but they did. Not a bad change, but it could be better. You know, I'm trying to speed run, you know, make it as fast as possible. This one right here, oh my goodness, greatest change of all time. It skips using all the cannons. I'm actually not sure what my fastest time was for the first checkpoint, but 28 seems reasonable. And then that part, before they had like a old dip, like you had to go far down the dip, and if you didn't time it, you just, you kind of lost. You kind of lost for the speed run. And this stage is just, it's beautiful all around. Like, it's not too much that I can mention from seeing it right now, like that I remember in the past version, but most of it is pretty similar to what it was. They actually got rid of the boss, like I said already earlier, and the boss was like, honestly, I'm glad they got rid of it, because for a speedrunning aspect, once you get to the end, fighting a boss in a stage, it kind of sucks. It just hurts the time overall. So now going straight to the end, hitting the gold ring, what? That it put a smile on my face. Look at this. And now it transitions into level 2. Now we are on Jungle Joyride. So this is one of the bonus stages. After you complete all the regular stages and I believe get all the red rings, it'll unlock this one. This is a really long stage. This is kind of like, think about it like Victory Road, like in Mario when they have the Victory Road. This is one of those hard stages, but it's also very long for no reason. But I think they just, you know, they wanted to make a nice stage in general. It was actually a good amount of changes from this one. It's not going to be a lot that I can point out because even though I played the other one a lot, I do not remember a bunch of it. Like this, even though this is like one of my good runs, this is kind of like, most of it is muscle memory. A lot of the beginning half of the stage wasn't really changed as much, and you see all the changes at the end, which I love the end. I didn't like perfect the end, but the ending, if you perfect it, you could do it so fast. You don't gotta press too many buttons, and it's so satisfying to do it. That rock part was actually different too. It wasn't there before. I think that part was the first part you had to slam at, and now we're all the way into, now we're on to section 2. With section 2, this little water section, they changed it also. I don't remember all of it. I remember it was just spikes. I don't think they had grind rails. And then those loops was definitely not there before. And now we're about to be in the final section. So this final section, this part, same as the last update, right? Really quick, really fun to do. But then once you get up to this part, before they had you go even higher up, but now they have the parts that shoot you out. They have this rail section, and if you don't actually go fast enough, you won't make it to the top. I found that out by accident. And then you got this part right here. You go through the loop, hit the ramp. Oh my goodness. Now that part is a little questionable. They don't got to do all of that, but it feels so satisfying to do all that. And they changed the boost button to also be the light speed dash button. Absolutely amazing. And now we're on to the final stage, the null zone. So before, well, as the stage is being completed, let me tell you guys, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I can't wait to see your times below. I'm only telling you this now because after the speedrun is done, I'm probably just gonna end the video. But now let me talk about the speedrun. So this, also a Victory Road level threat. The Jungle Joyride was more of like the get you prepared for it, you know? But this one, hard mode, spikes everywhere. You can't just randomly boost. They have a lot of like points that'll mix you up, like right there. If you go for the second one, it's definitely slower than going for the first one. Here, this spring is actually hidden. Like, it's not hidden, right? It's there, but you wouldn't notice it unless you played it before. Like, I was trying to get an S rank on the old version, and I just couldn't do it. I was like, how am I supposed to get an S rank? But it just wasn't giving it to me. This part right here, really nice. It's good that they give you an electric shield. If you didn't get it, you're probably gonna mess that up. I like to take the top path here because it just feels faster. That's like most of my speedruns. It feels faster. It's really hard to tell because practicing the whole stage over to see if something is faster is, you know, crazy. Absolutely insane. But once you get good enough at it, you know, it becomes easy. But then it's like tedious to go from 1 minute of stage all the way to a minute 30 in the stage, you know, and then maybe you only save milliseconds. Like, honestly, I give it to the speedrunners, the hardcore speedrunners who sit there for years trying to get some crazy times. You gotta give it to them. I'll probably take hours, right? But I'm not about to go years doing the same speedrun for like a millisecond of improvement, you know? If I know I can make all of them really good in one run, yeah, I'll probably go for it. But milliseconds? Nah. So, right now we're coming to an end. This is the last little section. You go through these little holes, these little boosts, and then this is the final part right here. So as I said already, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, let me know everything in the comments. Tell me your speedrun times. Tell me if you think I should keep doing this. Just let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!